Today we're going to take a quick look at all the cool features of the new iPad Air. Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex from AppFind here. Today we're going to be going over all the really cool features in the new iPad Air in just a quick video, just overviewing all the cool stuff that they changed with this next generation of iPad. Now, the iPad Air is a much thinner, much sleeker version of the iPad that you know and love. Now, it's still got that nice big iPad screen, but at the same time, they made it a lot more thin. They also got rid of a lot of the extra bevel. So if you take a look here, it's going to be only 1 pound, and that means it's 28% lighter than the previous iPad. It's 20% thinner and has an overall 24% less volume than the previous iPad has. Now, as you can see by this image right here, they've reduced the bevel. It used to be that they had this big bevel on the sides. It kind of got in the way. It was a little bit of extra space. It wasn't being used up by the screen, but they're reducing that with the new iPad Air just to make it so much more compact, but at the same time having that big screen that you know and love. Very similar to the way they did the same thing with the iPad mini, which they now have the iPad mini with Retina display. But as you can see, it is a lot thinner bevel on the sides, which definitely comes in handy. Now, here's just a couple of really quick tech specs. As you can see over on the side, we've got the 1 pound, 28% lighter, 20% thinner. But over here, we also have 2 times the CPU usage, 2 times graphic performance, and it's a 10-hour battery. Now, this all comes out of the A7 chip that is put into the device, which is the same chip that you have in an iPhone 5S. So they really have added those brand new chips that they just designed and put them over into the iPad Air, making it much more powerful than previous iPads as well. Now, it does have 2 antennas, which means that it can have 2 times faster Wi-Fi. So you could get multiple points of Wi-Fi going into your device at the same time, which means that you're going to have a much faster Wi-Fi. So say you didn't have as good of a connection before, even if you had a great connection, you're going to have faster Wi-Fi no matter where you go. You don't have to change anything on your end. Apple's already done it in the iPad Air itself, which is definitely a really cool feature just to include. Now, another cool thing that they have is all of the different specs that they've added are just shown right here. You can see that they've got the FaceTime HD camera, they've got the 5 megapixels eyesight, more LTE bands, dual microphones, and of course the 2 antennas for MIMO, which is the faster Wi-Fi, 2 times faster Wi-Fi browsing. Now, as you can see here, we do have the A7 chip, which is one of the things we weren't sure about. We weren't sure if they were going to have the A7 chip. The other thing was the Touch ID, which unfortunately they don't have in the iPad Air, but they did introduce the A7 chip, which was something that we really wanted to see. We didn't want them to put in the A6. We wanted the A7 chip, and they definitely delivered for the iPad Air. Now, it comes available in 2 different colors. You got the space gray and the silver. So you can get the back is all the space gray or all the silver, very similar to the design layout of the iPad mini from last year. And if you take a look here, here are some tech specs. It's got the height, it's got the width, it's got the depth, and of course that 1 pound weight, 1.05 pounds if you get the LTE version, but that's not that much more, is definitely a lot lighter than what you would see on all of the other iPads. And it's also a lot lighter than you would see from some of the other tablet competition from other manufacturers. So they definitely put a lot of really cool features right here into the iPad Air, but I know you guys want to look at the prices, so here we go. On the left, we have the prices for the Wi-Fi model, and on the right, we have the prices for the LTE model. So 16 gigabytes will run you $499, 32 will run you $599, 64, $699, and the newly introduced 128 gigabytes will run you $799, and that's all for the Wi-Fi model. And then for the LTE model, you can pay $629 for the 16 gigabyte, $729 for the 32 gigabyte, and $829 for the 64 gigabyte, and the new 128 gigabyte model will run you $929. Now, 128 gigabytes is a lot. I would gear towards the 64 gigabytes because that's really what I think a lot of the iPad users will need if they use all the songs and if they have a lot of photos. They like to take photos, videos, and a lot of apps. So you're going to probably want somewhere between the 32 and the 64 is what I would recommend. And then obviously whether you want the LTE or just the Wi-Fi version is completely up to you. But those are all the really cool specs about the brand new iPad Air. And let me know what you think about the iPad Air in the comments section below. Thank you guys for watching this episode of AppFind, and be sure to subscribe because we're going to be getting the iPad Air over here and we're going to be showing you guys all the best apps, games, doing a review of it. So be sure to subscribe to this channel. Once again, I'm Alex from AppFind and I will see you guys later. Bye.